Hello everybody and welcome to this week's track guide brought to you by your host David Farrell. We are at the Nurburgring for daily race B, and though I do enjoy this track, I was a bit sad to see it on the list this week. As I've said it many times, I prefer the fantasy tracks in this game, but anyway, here is your strategy or the best way to approach this racetrack and how to win races at this racetrack, given that you only have 4 laps per daily race, unless you guys choose to do Suzuka. Right, so a couple of things here. Let me quickly tell you which car I'm in once I get to a straight. I've decided to avoid the Porsche as much as I can, although the Porsche is probably the quickest car around here, the 911 RSR. I'm in the Toyota with my custom Rinaldi Racing livery, the FT1 Vision Gran Turismo. I don't think it's the quickest car around here, but I can still give you a pretty good demonstration of the best lines to take and where you should and should not overtake. But obviously the gears are up to the car that you choose to use. Mid-engine cars are actually quite quick around here because you need a car that does rotate nicely around slow corners. So if you do choose an Audi or Ferrari, you'll be okay. It's not going to be easy, but you'll be okay. Best car though is probably the Porsche. It's just the most neutral around here. A lot of these corners are flowing, fast and flowing, and not that much like heavy braking. It's more like softer braking, floating through the corner, carrying the speed. Obviously the final chicane in turn 1 you need to brake quite a lot, but overall if you're carrying speed it's good. So this chicane here, you can actually use more curb than you think, and just remember to drive to the outside of the curb there on the exits, trying to straighten the wheel as much as you can. Get as best a run as you can onto the main straight and use all the curb on the exits, including that sort of loose AstroTurf. Going down towards turn 1, you'll see an escape road and the 100-meter board. Somewhere in between those two, brake down to first gear and get to this curb on the inside. Accelerate as early as you can and just shoot towards this left-hander, staying on the curb as long as you can to help with rotation, and just avoid the AstroTurf on the outside. This corner here, you want to hug it as much as you can, staying to the inside, and just clip this one, the curb on the right, and watch out for the dip on the exits, using as much road as you can as you head towards this left-hander, braking just at the end of the exit road, getting close to the curb, float through here, and then brake reasonably heavy and get on the power as soon as you can, straightening the wheel onto the curb as early as possible. I call that, yeah, that's a diamond line. Braking here at this little tuft of grass, we'll see it again on the next lap. You can either double apex or late apex this corner, just as long as you get on the power as early as you can for the exit. Through here it should be flat, as long as you're clipping the curb on the inside. I did lift there, but this is just for demonstration purposes. And then brake earlier than you think for this left-hander before the green and turn onto this curb on the inside, trying to get on the power as early as you can, and then flowing through here, so light on the brakes. You just want the front to go in. Ideally you do want to clip the curb on the inside and get on the power as early as you can and drive the car towards the exit curb, straightening the wheel as soon as you can. Brake here at 100 meters, turn in early, clip both curbs quite aggressively, but watch out because you can get a penalty if you use it too much curb, so it's a balancing act. And then braking at the cone on the inside, clipping the curb on the inside, well, not clipping it, but getting as close as you can to the wall, and then maximizing the exit. Now the best way to win or overtake at this track is to choose 2 overtaking spots. The first one is into turn 1, so you want to get to the inside here as early as you can, slipstream the guy down the straight, and then run him wide on the exit. Okay, well you can do that in real life, but not in the simulators obviously. And then the second one is going down to the chicane at the end of the lap. You can overtake at other areas on this track, but it's going to likely end up in contact and or a penalty or rage. For example, if you try and go into here and overtake the guy on the inside, It's not heavy braking, so you're going to likely hit him or her. Same into here. The line closes too quickly on the inside for you to really get a move unless they made a mistake into the left-hander. And then going into this hairpin, unless you're side by side before the braking zone, you're likely going to hit them, because it's best to do a double apex there in my opinion. And if people are aiming to do that, they're likely going to be on the line that you were hoping to be on, and they're already committed to that turning point once they started braking at the grass marking. Over here, a lot of people are going to make mistakes. They're going to run wide onto this curb, and it's going to hesitate. They're going to hesitate to get on the power. So you can catch them leading onto this long back straight. Of course, they can run quite defensive lines. They can turn in early like this, get an early apex and drift wide, and then come across to the braking mark, or stay to the left. You need to anticipate that as much as you can, and just be careful that when you brake for the chicane, you brake a little bit earlier than you think, so before the 100 meters, because if you brake at or after the 100 meters on the inside line, it's highly probable that you are going to run wide and get a penalty. So there you go, that's your track guide for this week. Nurburgring GP circuit with the Formula 1 chicane. I'm driving the Toyota FT1 in Group 3, but I do recommend using a faster car than this one. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe and share. And if you're loving my videos, I'd appreciate if you took a look at my Patreon account, where a whole bunch of cool new content is going to be published quite soon. Most of my real content related to onboard videos, and then when I finally start racing this season, I'm also going to be publishing some commentary with the onboard videos. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to catching you guys during the FIA races later in the week.